In this video, let's talk about how to make an avoidant person commit. Number one, it is good for you to create a safe environment around them. And when I say safe, I mean in a manner where whenever they behave the way they do, don't let them see the side of you, the frustrated side of you, okay? Don't lash out on them. Don't be shouting and stuff, because you know what it will do? That will only drive them further away, feeling like, hey, sometimes I feel like I need my space as an avoidant, right? Maybe they don't say it directly to themselves like that, but remember, an avoidant has their way of behavior. And the moment you want to get in that space, which they're trying to create so that they can feel okay and more happier in their own personal space, and you get in there, you know what it will do? They rather get rid of you and remain alone. Because they, at that point in their world, they don't see it as in like you are doing them any favor, you just want to make it work. You just feel like someone who's a burden. And the more you lash out, the more they begin to fear you, and they begin to even think things that you might do, things which normally you wouldn't do. You see, so create a safe environment. And mind you, remember, these people, they need patience, understanding and stuff, and I'm going to explain further. So secondly, make it a point that you communicate with clarity, okay, and calmness. Meaning, yes, do be clear onto them what your motives are. If you want to commit, tell them that. But, and also, okay, not but I mean, and also in a calm way. Meaning, when you communicate, don't be like, hey, I want something serious. If you're not serious, you better tell me. You get what I mean? No, don't be like that. Because the only thing that will do is to also scare them, just like the first one I explained. But when you are calm, it's almost like you tell them what you really want. No hurry, no rush. Think about it, or let's do it step by step, and I'm fine. And they'll be like, okay, can I do it like this? This is how they kind of feel, okay? Thirdly, make it a point that you build trust, okay? Build trust. Let them trust you. Let them know that you are reliable. Let them know that you mean what you say. Let them know. And how do you do so? This will take us to the fourth one, which is consistency. You know, like for example, we are like this. Let's just take you've been heartbroken so much, you've been lied against in your life. You know what happens to those people, those broken people? They get in a new relationship. A guy buys her flowers, or a girl shows him respect. He doesn't buy it. Have you noticed such? Why? Because it has happened before, and maybe several times, and you know how it all ends. After you get what you want, you're gonna turn. After some time, you're gonna turn against me. So hardly are they impressed. But the reality of trust is like, that's why they say trust or respect is earned, not demanded. As time goes on, even if they doubt you, they're still waiting for you to be toxic, to lash out. They know one day you're gonna break. But let me assure you, as they wait, and you make them wait. Also, the human nature gets to a point where it gets tired waiting. And without realizing, naturally so, they begin to trust you. That is how we win people's trust. It's either the person is still innocent, they've never been heartbroken, or consistency made them to believe. That is why it will only take about 3-4 months, sometime later, for someone to say, wow, at first I thought you were like others. At first, there's those I thought. So the more consistent you are, the more when they do what they do, you don't shout, you don't lash, you don't threaten, you are calm. The human brain begins to take it as in like, this is how this person is. Because no matter what, it's like I tested this person, the times where I thought they were gonna get angry, and I guess this person never gets angry, right? Because now I have given them my all when it comes to my negative side, but still, they are cool. This must be a God-sent person. So by default, consistency will make them to trust you. And you know what comes after trust? They are free and they can just now throw themselves at you. And the fourth one is make it a point that you respect their personal boundaries. Don't take it personal, remember? And don't take it personal. Remember, respect their personal space or their, it's like, but don't take it personal. As in, like, maybe when they are distance, they just want to, there's to do with how they feel about you, like any normal person. For a normal person, yes, it could be an indicator of lack of interest or losing interest, but to an avoidant, it could be what they are. Remember that. So when they need that space, just know that they are in their own thing. I think once in my life I've ever bumped into a lady that was like that, just that I never got to explore her deeper, but you would know, I knew that how much she liked me, you know. So but then one time I came across her. She was down. You could tell that she's not even in the mood to go out, but I know without a doubt that she liked me. So but then when that time was like that, you get what I mean? So those people are just like that. The moment you don't take it personal, you give them that space, then you won. You won. Because once they get that space, guess who's the first person they think of when they're out of whatever they're going through? Maybe that one day only when they were in a bad mood, never felt like going out, and now they feel like, yeah, I think I need some fresh air and I need someone to go out with. Guess who's gonna come in mind? It's you. That's so the disadvantage is that some people, when you scare them off like that, even after they want to go out with you, they are worried that, oh, what if I text this person and they begin to shout at me? What if now they're angry because I was ignoring them? You see, such things makes an avoidant person not to commit because they don't want to give you false hope. They have those fears. So knowing that you are cool, it also gives them that thing, you know. And the fifth one is similar to what I've already explained, but then patience. All it needs is patience, okay? Patience beats everything. Don't have high hopes. Don't have too much expectation. By this time, we're supposed to be far in our relationship. No, be patient, okay? And the sixth one is understanding. Learn to understand. The moment you convince yourself, almost like when a man is being rejected by a woman. Some men, when she's rejecting him, he thinks that maybe she's playing her to get hands. It makes him to chase her further. Although she's telling him, you are not my type, I don't want you. But in his mind, he's understanding that it's only fair that she plays her to get. So you see, that understanding makes you to ignore that you are just not wanted. So, and as a result, sometimes by fluke, they end up scoring that lady. For some other reasons, maybe she just got her heart broken. Maybe she just feels like, now we just broke up with my next boyfriend. I want to date. Let me explore this guy that has been after me for like 2 years now. So he end up getting her and she relaxes. She'll be like, it's been 2 years. Yeah, I think this guy has proven that he's serious. Though I didn't want him, but I won't tell him. I did tell him, but you see, so understanding will result in such, okay? And the seventh one is focus on the positive stuff. Learn to appreciate the positive things that are happening. When you're with that person, instead of bringing up, where have you been? You've been ignoring me. Now you expect me to. Now that because you want to. Focus on what's working well. For instance, you guys, you go out, right? As you go out, you're all excited. You get home. But the following day, the avoidant, they are barely responding to your texts or your calls. It seems like they now need their own space. So in that the whole day, you guys are hardly communicating. They don't care so much. They need space, right? They are too exhausted about yesterday. Today they need their own space. You know what's going to happen on the third day? After they've gotten that space, they're going to reach out to you. And there are two things you can do. It's either you're going to meet them with, where have you been? I'm sick and tired of this. And you know what it will do? It will add another stress into their brain. But if you bump into them, hey, nice hearing from you. Wow, that day we had some fun. Hey, how's you? You know, it's like you are adding positive thinking on top of a positive thinking and less of negativity. And you know what it does? It makes them now to fantasize that, okay, maybe we should do this again, hey. And that is how you end up even get to have more meetups with an avoidant person, because whenever they are with you, positive things happens. You do nothing bad. The moment you're about to make them feel overwhelmed, you quickly back off. And so they never get to have that feeling of being overwhelmed, because when they need their personal space, you let them have it. When now they need your attention, you give it to them. You see, that is when all these understandings, patience, and stuff, they come into play. And that person by default, they find themselves now appreciating you and trusting you the more, okay? And now let's head to the 8th one. Make it a point that in all that you do, learn to not push them into sharing things with you, okay? Sometimes you might have that mindset that, okay, feel free to talk to me. I won't judge you. I'm there for you. But there are those people you find that they don't even want to talk. And the moment you force it out of them, they also feel pressured. Yes. So, but if you just make it known that if you want to talk, I am here. It's up to you. They'll be like, okay, I'll let you know when I feel like talking. There are those people, have you ever seen someone who is going through something and you'll be like, if you ever need some help, I'm here. And they'll be like, okay, I'll let you know when I do. At that time, they are showing you that right now, I feel like I got this figured out. If I fail alone, I know you are there. So, but if you are to say, let me do it now, you are getting in their space. As much as you are trying to help, but you are getting in their space, they feel like they can handle it on their own. And remember, one of the features or traits of an avoidant person is to be independent. They don't like relying on other people. They like relying on themselves. So when you give them that space, you make them feel like, okay, you know, and then if they feel like they are failing and they're like, okay, let me try to, they know you are a shoulder to lean on. And so as a result, it makes that avoidant person to now trust you, feel safe around you, and guess what's going to happen next? The more they trust you with their information, their struggles, their problem, they find themselves attaching. And let me ask you a question. What is the definition of attachment in some other sense? It's commitment. Yes, because you don't judge them, you are patient with them, you make them feel happy, and then, wow, why not? Okay, so that is how you get them. And then, is this the 8th or the 9th one? Let's say it's the 9th one. Make sure that that focus on that gradual growth that you guys are having. Don't focus on that maybe in 3 months time we're supposed to be far, but the bit, as long as they are waking up, they are not dumping you. Listen, the train is moving or the ship is moving, no doubt about it. Focus on that. Sometimes, yes, they do make time, we meet up, we do go up. The positivity that is happening, even if it's slow, it means a lot. There are so many relationships, they start on a very fast speed, but you all know how it all ends up, right? Before you know it, boom, they are broken up. It is over, like in a crazy manner. So for things to start off in a hot fire, it does not guarantee long-term lasting. So better a car starts slow, but it drives longer. You get what I mean? It's almost like in a marathon. Someone you all start and then they run way too fast. Listen, you guys who are behind running like strategically, now you'll bump into that person now too tired. It is the similar thing. So you must focus on the positive that is happening. And like I said, the other one, the 8th one, I spoke about positive stuff only when you're with them. So even when you're looking at the gradual growth of your things, that builds so much. And then finally, if you realize that you are doing all these things, but nothing, this person is just out of control, then they only just need professional help. Some people, they are just beyond you, okay? You just have to accept it. But in most cases, to any normal avoidant, this should work. I hope this was helpful. And of course, if you want to book a coaching, I do coaching. The details on the comment section below. And of course, I still have more videos like this. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and I will see you in the next upload. Take care.